Boom, baby. We are live. Welcome to the Tokyo Crypto Show, episode number 87. Crypto is inevitable, baby. Listen,
yeah.
guys, we are excited. I am joined today by the host with the most and the biggest brain in cryptocurrency, the heavyweight of YouTube between our channels right now. Charlie is winning with the viewership, rightfully so. Charlie from Cultivate Crypto YouTube channel and cultivatecrypto.com. If you're not subscribed to Charlie's channel, go subscribe to Cultivate Crypto, the most honest source on cryptocurrency we have today. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, man. Yeah, all is well over here in Tokyo, and yeah, inevitable, bro. Like all signs point to green candles, things going well in crypto. The last pullback rate of Bitcoin from 58,000 down to about 43,000 was a kind of like it's like when it rains in a desert, right? It's just for a lot of people looking to get in, it was a massive opportunity. So I hope a lot of people were taking that. I know a lot of people who are watching my channel, right? They're accustomed to buying the dip. So yeah, it's been good for a lot of people. I think some people, since some people who've gotten into crypto since I would say September of last year, right? The dip that we had at the end of January and then now at the end of February, right, was kind of their first experience of what I would say is a major dip, in terms of within this bull market. So some people, trying to work on their diamond hands, trying to figure out how that all works out. But yeah, just lots of opportunities out here, and both Bitcoin and Ethereum holding up pretty strong here. So all is well. And yeah, I guess, today talking about the inevitability of crypto, especially, I mean, for this year, right? You've been saying 2021 is the year of crypto fun. And yeah, it's going to get wild. It's going to get wild. Like, I mean, just look at this. If we just started 2021 with Tesla buying $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, I mean, that's where we started. So imagine the kind of news we're going to get along this year. And so there's a couple bits here that we'll probably talk about in the show, a few rumors, but as well as a few things that have already been coming into fruition this year. So, if you are not educated on cryptocurrency, essentially this decade, you will miss out. I'm not necessarily saying you're going to be missing out on like money. Of course, you miss out on some opportunity, but more so the angle that I'm looking at for this is you're going to be, if you're not crypto literate, you're going to be financially illiterate this decade, right? And that would, if you look at people who understand finance, right, there's a certain subsection of people, but especially for, let's say, maybe older generation people who are used to the status quo, they're going to get shocked, kind of shell shocked with all the changes that are going to be happening in the financial realm, especially when it pertains to crypto this decade. So, I don't know what else to tell people except for that. Educate yourself, start getting some crypto literacy. And we're going to talk about a lot of points of where things are pointing towards, even for this year. But it's going to be pointing to a lot of bullish signs for this whole decade.
I have I've been a little salty lately, just a little bit, not too salty, but it's like a righteous salt. Because remember back in the day when we were talking about we're gonna do Operation Green Rolex, and we were gonna go with the golden child, ADA. Remember, I said, Charlie, I told you, I thought Operation Green Rolex, we would be we'd be in the money because this was 8 cents at the time. And we had $10,000 down to put on the 8 cents. Have you ran those numbers lately? Have you ran up that number of regret? I have.
Yeah, I talked about it with dollar cost crypto a little bit, right? Because I remember what was it last spring, right? You were asking me, dollar cost crypto, and Luca, what our thoughts were, and you were just trying to kind of get a second opinion, essentially. And
right.
I was neutral to positive. I said you should probably do it. But I wasn't going to try to push you into that mode of thinking, right? If you weren't comfortable with it.
Right.
And I think dollar cost crypto said, yeah, why don't you do it? And
no,
then
Miguel was all in. He was like, "Do it, just do it, go, go."
Right. And then, but Luca talked
Oh,
you out of it.
son of a bitch. Well, Luca, we love you, buddy. But so just so you guys know that for you guys that are new viewers, we have a current operation called Operation Green Rolex. Is when we take $10,000 and we are trading our way up using cryptocurrency only to the value of the Daytona Rolex. It's an 18 karat gold Daytona Rolex with a green dial. It's called the Daytona Cosmograph. Okay. It's a very, very sought after item. So our plan was initially just to put an ADA and then wait until this moment happened because we knew, and we talked about it on previous Tokyo crypto shows, that we knew that ADA, because it held its, it stayed in the top 10 during the bear market. We're like, okay, this project knows how to keep money. They know how to manage money. They know how to keep publicity going. And we were like, they're definitely going to hit their all-time high from the last bull run and surpass it. And like, here we are, and it's absolutely gone through. However, what's interesting too is this, where we talked to you guys about this. So when we started Operation Green Rolex, you see the Daytona Cosmograph is appreciating in value on the Rolex market incredibly. So when we initially started it, the price was 56,000 US dollars. And so we're supposed to turn 10,000 into 56,000. Now, the watch has increased in value, and it's now about $72,000. That being said, we are literally 50% there with the fund, and stay tuned. You're going to see what happens. Remember, I sold my Rolex for Operation Ethereum 2X. Hey, it's March. We've got 23 days when we're counting down to see and Charlie double the money that I have invested from my Rolex on Ethereum, because we really believe that Ethereum is, I think 2021 is the year of Ethereum personally. I'm not going to go too crazy. Obviously, yeah, Bitcoin is going to do its things, but I mean, Bitcoin, even if it goes to 150, right? That's only a 3x. And I'm not in a bull market for 3x. Are you?
Well, of course not. But there's going to be some interesting, it's going to be like watching, a horse race, right? You're going to get these times where like, oh, this one's doing it. Oh, that one's doing it, and they're going to be going back and forth. And all of a sudden you can see Polka Dot coming in from the back with Kusama on it. And it's coming, it's going, we're going to have to get somebody who can do a call on that race. But,
Morgan and Morgan, legal experts from Orlando, Florida are in the house.
Nice.
How can a boomer like me get into crypto? Can it help my law firm? Absolutely. If you are John Morgan from Morgan and Morgan, absolutely, sir. That shadow doubt.
Yeah, I would say, there's a couple different ways, right? I would say email me at charlie@cultivatecrypto.com and or John at modernlifedating.com, I believe is your email, right?
Yep, modernlifedating.com is email.com. Yes, sir.
At gmail.com. Yep. So email either both of us or one of us or whatever, and we can definitely talk about that. We do have on March 5th the crypto mindset course coming out for people who want to get into crypto and be hands-on with it, right? So that's coming out on Friday, March 5th. So stay tuned for that. We'll definitely be talking a lot about that. Cultivatecrypto.com.
Yep. Don't email that person.
We here, let me throw this in the chat. I guess I'll throw this in.
I failed you for the last time, my master. I'm sorry.
Here, it's all right. There we
Charlie go. At cultivatecrypto.com. I got it correct right there. All right, I finally got something right.
Perfect. Also throw the cryptomindsetcourse.com in there for anybody who wants to self-educate. We'll be talking more about that today. But yeah, I would say any organization, right? Almost any organization should be seriously looking at cryptocurrency and at least educating themselves and getting competent in it as soon as they can within this decade, because by the end of this decade, within the next 5 years, I mean, it's going to be hitting the mainstream stride, and it already is. So we'll talk about, one of the things, that we can talk about today as well is the Japanese company Rakuten, the e-commerce payment platform, basically the Amazon of Japan. recently started accepting cryptocurrency on their payment platform. So there's a lot of these bullish types of news coming out for cryptocurrency. It's not a fad, right? It's not like these companies are like, oh yeah, let's just allow people to use crypto and then next year, we'll take it off, right? It's like, no, they're looking at these types of payment rails and keeping it that way. So
Cody Mouse is in the house, your first client in your business.
Yep.
Sticking around. And Cody is a client of Charlie's, and Cody also happens to be pretty crypto rich until he lost all of it in a boating accident recently, where he stores a lot of guns in his house. So thanks for the support. There he says, Luca talked me out of ADA as well. I had a pretty large amount about a year ago.
Oof.
Oh boy, oh
Yeah,
boy.
Luca's argument was that it's inferior to Ethereum in terms of how it's coded up and what they do on their projects and stuff, which is not wrong. But we on Moon Gang, we're talking about that meme where there's the horse where the back end of the horse is like very well drawn and the front is like a stick figure. We've been kind of trolling ADA on the Moon Gang. I'm saying that's how Cardano's project is being built essentially, which is a fair point, right? But we still are bullish on the price of ADA. I think it still is going to do very well. So it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, sometimes there's going to be a portion of the fundamentals which don't line up with the bullishness that we see in the charts. And sometimes the charts are just the charts. Speculation goes rampant and people want to buy stuff that is well marketed. And ADA is very well marketed. So its price go up, right?
Yep. James Ray says, what's the topic for today? James, we're going to talk about the inevitable coming of cryptocurrency to the dirty, stinking normies in the world. Even normies will be forced to be in our world, and we're gonna have the heads up because we're gonna have all the coins. Guys, I don't know if you guys really think like this cryptocurrency thing is like some internet game like World of Warcraft Gold, but this is real. Like people are making real money. In quarter 4 of the crypto mindset course, I have a friend personally that's in the course. He took a very small investment and he has $1.3 million now. So this is not a joke. My initial goal was, I've been saying it since the inception of the show, every man should own one Bitcoin. Now here, 2021, that's not a reality for a lot of people anymore. Like back was 3,000, 4,000, 7,000, all up to it's like $10,000, even 15. But now, I mean, good luck. Now the people who have one coin are called whole coiners. You know what I mean? So, my stance is now shift to Ethereum. I think every man should own 5 Ethereum. I think that's a really good bet hedge for the future. Every man should afford 5 Ethereum. A little pricey these days, but trust me, you want to make sure you just have something. Consider like a piece of gold bullion or something. But this stuff is here to stay. Like it's being endorsed by Microsoft, Amazon, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, you name it. This is here. It's coming to stay. The new Apple phone is going to have cryptocurrency wallet embedded in it. So you see, it's here to stay.
Yeah, and I would jump onto that idea and also say, basically, here, hold on a second. One thing I'll mention on top of that essentially is, so let's go with that logic, right? So Ethereum right now is a little bit under $2,000, right? If you own 5 Ethereum, right, essentially, you can put under $10,000 in it. Then also, right on top of that logic, if you were to be able to own, I would say somewhere between 50 to 100, either Polkadot or Kusama, right? Basically, if you have those 3 in your portfolio, right, you have a little bit of Bitcoin, depending on where you got in. If you're getting in now, just a tiny bit, right? Then, those 5 Ethereum, and then, up to 50 to 100 DOT or Kusama, right? KSM. So if you can get that type of portfolio going, boom, you're ready to go. DOT and Kusama during the last pullback basically kept their prices. They didn't really pull back all that much, which just shows the strength of those projects. So we're going to see these 3 or 4 projects essentially. I kind of look at DOT and Kusama as 2 peas in a pod, right? They're basically of the same ecosystem, helping to build each other out. So I kind of consider them maybe 1 chunk of an investment. So those three, if every man can own like a portion of those three and like a healthy portion, like we just mentioned there, boom, they're going to be doing very, very well. And yeah, I mean, there's going to be pullbacks within the bull market. Once the bear market comes, yeah, there's going to be more blood on the streets, more opportunities to get into crypto. But this is something that you have to pay attention to this decade and take seriously, right? You don't want to be the person in 2026 who is getting forced to use crypto through their bank by the government because they need to accept their stimulus check through a central bank digital currency. And, that's when they're starting to learn about how crypto works, right? Because by then it's too late.
I have another fantastic banking story that happened last night. Would you like to hear it?
Oh, hell yeah.
So I have an LLC bank account with Chase account, right? Not a lot of money in there, just like $19,000. And they mailed me something. They gave me no digital alert. All they did was mail me something in my address in America, right? And I told them when I set up the account, I said, just make sure you put the international authorization on there because I live in Tokyo. So they put the letter out to me, and they said because I didn't respond within 30 days, my account was closed and my funds were frozen, and I had to go through some kind of compliance thing to get my money back. And so I had $19,000 just trapped, unable to access it, and I have to sit on the phone line and I had to sit on the phone and talk for like 2 hours to get access to my money. And as a businessman, sitting on the phone for 2 hours out of the day,
massive waste of time.
And it's just ridiculous. And it, like I said, when it comes down to cryptocurrency, it's just the better money overall. It's just the better money. And if you go to China, I want to say the China thing. I'll let you go.
Yeah, no, go for it.
When you go to China, almost everything is paid with a QR code through a money tied into a system called WeChat. Almost all of China is cashless.
Yeah, and I kind of forgot what I was going to say there for a second, but essentially, in terms of it being the better money, that's when it's an immature asset, right? So crypto right now is an immature asset. I went on a rant yesterday, not a rant, I guess I just went on a longer show yesterday talking on my channel, talking about how the traditional media is starting to warm up towards crypto, what they're starting to think about with crypto, how they're still trying to fight crypto and all of that stuff. But you just see all of these signs like pointing in that direction. I think I started seeing these signs in 2019, right? When Bitcoin was bottoming out in the bear market. And I said, yeah, Bitcoin's going to be $100,000 within the next couple of years. Been saying that for a year and a half, right? I said, buy as much Bitcoin as you can under $10,000. Everybody thought I was crazy, right? Some people listened. Cody Mouse in the house, he was listening. Greg B was listening. Tony S was listening. A lot of good guys were listening. Chest, started listening. A lot of good guys were paying attention. Obviously, you were bullish enough to start this show at the bottom of the bear market. So, when we say this at this point in time, saying, the arrows are still pointing in that direction over the next 5 to 10 years, it's just a matter of time. And so, got your infinity gauntlet there, and just, it is inevitable. So I went through in a lot of detail yesterday how the banks and different corporations and governments will be getting into crypto. But today I want to talk about a little bit about how the private sector corporations, including Walmart and Amazon, are going to start getting into crypto. So we'll mention that. Do you want to go over the prices first, or which area should we hit on first before we get into that?
Come on, baby. The money's in the money. You know where we're going.
All righty. Let's take a look at the charts.
They all want to know all about the profits. And look, it's nice to be back. I'm a gangster. I didn't even check the price during that dip. I was like, look, this is just another day in the life. But I saw people kind of losing their mind over the dip. But it's nice to see we're back in green pastures here. Take it away, Charlie.
Awesome. So we're back in green pastures, and you can see, we had a 3-wave dip, right? We basically, the story of Bitcoin from late January, right, is we had that January dip, right after a hell of a big increase into the early first week of January, right? Then we had a bit of a pullback. Once we broke that downtrend, you can say right here is a good point of entry at about 35,600. And then we came up really, really good here on another increase, had another downtrend here. You can see this wedge type pattern here, breaking out of that wedge pattern at about $47,100. Now we're coming back to the upside here. Bitcoin is currently regaining that 10-day moving average. And then if we turn on the Bollinger Bands, right, it's trying to regain that 20-day moving average as well. So the 20-day moving average is currently at $50,000 almost to the T. So Bitcoin, right, is at 50,900. So in the next 9.5 hours, right, we want to see Bitcoin have a couple of days above 50,000 and then start breaking up towards 56, 57,000. Of course, it's going to get some resistance up here towards the previous high, but then looks like it has a lot of likelihood to continue from there. And then, you can go and look, 100,000 is not very far away for Bitcoin. 90, here's this box. I've been showing this box here of 90 to 100,000 since we were down at 10,000. If I zoom out on the weekly chart,
we are totally hitting $100,000 this year, period.
Oh, dude, look at how, that's almost too easy.
I'm calling it 1,000%. Mark it down. Write it on your arms right now, motherfuckers. $1,000 Bitcoin is happening this year, and 10K Ethereum by December.
Yeah, almost too easy, right? So, I mean, look, this run up is quite parabolic. So these pullbacks, right, you can see are not that massive compared to how the run up's been going, right, from $3,800 all the way to the $58,000. That's just an intense increase, of course. But we, in 2017, that type of increase, we did have pullbacks along the way, but it sustained itself for quite a long time, right, before we had the major bear market. So, we see these three moving averages pointing to the upside. Everything's supporting Bitcoin right now. We're on the weekly chart. We're still in a major uptrend. And everything's looking good. So if I turn back, go ahead.
Rich Cooper's in the house. He says, I'll shave off my beard if BTC doesn't hit 100K this year.
Perfect.
That is awesome. Richard Cooper from Entrepreneurs in Cars. Go check out his YouTube channel. Check out his Clips channel. It's really, really good stuff. Richard Cooper, Entrepreneurs in Cars, guys. Yeah,
we're going to be joining him on Friday morning. We're going to be joining him on his channel for another special edition.
I'm gonna send the link to Rich. He wants to pop in.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it'd be good times. So I mean, there's people calling for $200,000 to $300,000 Bitcoin within this year. So it's gonna get interesting. It's gonna get intense. But that target is it's inevitable, right? Mm-hmm. If we hop on over to Ethereum, right? Ethereum, of course, during the pullback pulls back bigger, right? The pullback for Bitcoin during that last pullback, if I go back down to the daily chart, I'm not going to do the percentage calculator on here, but basically that was a 23 or 24% decline for Bitcoin. Whereas for Ethereum, that was about a 33% decline. So Ethereum came back further. But look, this is almost
just we're going to prove how awesome we are. Okay. We, for Operation Ethereum 2X, we literally bought the top of Ethereum.
Hey, I've already made just FYI as for the update, right? We bought the top, and we lost that one Ethereum on that trade. We cut our losses short, right? And went into another long position already. And I've already gotten enough profits to get that Ethereum back if I were to close the position right now.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I have faith in you. It's what's up, Rich? How you doing?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
Do you know about our Operation Ethereum 2X?
No, what is it? Doubling Ethereum?
Yeah, so I took my Rolex, remember my Rolex, and I sold it, and I got $16,000 cash for it. And we told the people we'll double the money by March 30th. Show them the power of Ethereum, because we're only going to use Ethereum, and what's going on with the bull market right now.
Mm-hmm.
We start off, we bought the top and we lost one Ethereum on a long, but other than that, we're back on track now. We got it back. So
it's going to keep going north. It's volatile. It's going to dance around, but it's, we got a big bright year going on, in this crypto space.
I think this is like your second time on the show, but How are you feeling? You've really changed your tune a little bit. You've become a little bit more bullish on crypto over the years, I think.
You know, it's since 2017, 18. I've just been quietly buying it. I didn't really talk about it too much. Mostly Bitcoin, but I think probably around the fall this year, that's when I really got super serious in it and started moving a lot more money into it. Like in the past, I was probably about maybe 5 to 8% of my money into Bitcoin and crypto. And last year, I probably moved about 40 to 45% into it, and I'll probably go higher over the coming years.
Is that just because you complete lack of faith in financial system?
That, and I just see a big bright future for crypto. Like, you know, in the past, like I'm a private equity investor, so I lend money to people and I collect interest based on the collateralized loans. They're usually in the form of like second mortgages and stuff like that. That's just one of the things that I do. And like the ROI on that is not as high as what you're going to get in crypto. Like we haven't even bridged the gap between early adopters and mass adoption yet. It's still very, very early. So everybody that's like, oh, it's too late, I can't, you know, $50,000 Bitcoin, it's like, you ain't seen shit yet. Nothing.
Yep.
Yep.
I love this quote here.
Why do you think? Okay, Rich, why do you personally believe that Bitcoin's going to go 100K this year?
Well, here, let me show you. I mean, this is one of the big things that made sense to me. I'm gonna have to get you to throw this up on the screen, but I got to pull up this tweet that I put out like a month ago. The prediction still hasn't been filled. I thought it filled yesterday. Some fucking piece of shit made up a BS tweet about Apple buying Bitcoin, which turned out to be a load of crap. But let me break down the numbers for you, because there's a wall of money coming for this stuff. What the fuck is it? Give me a second while I pull this up.
This guy's gonna make me a 1%er, says Dandy Steffer. You goddamn right he is.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, when Charlie opens up his course, get in. Do not fucking hesitate. Get in. I'll be doing a collab with him on Friday. It's only open for a short period of time. The information is top shelf. I've seen it all the last time it was open. I will continue to promote and endorse it.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, and you know, looking at Ethereum, like just going off that thing you were mentioning, as we're still way too early. It just in terms of this bull market, not even in terms of this decade, but in terms of this bull market, the retail traders, right, your everyday normal Joes, just started getting into the crypto space in February, right? Until this point in the bull market, a lot of this bull market has been run by old money that's already been in crypto a while, and by new institutional money, bigger players, and now retail just started getting heavy into crypto from this month, or from last month. So we still got a lot of room up to the upside.
So this is February 9th, 2021. This is like the day of Tesla buying $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, which is only 10% of their cash reserves. I think they had something like 12 or 13 billion in cash reserves on their balance sheet. So I was like, that's interesting. I wonder what the other tech companies have. So I just looked up the top 5. Apple's got almost 200 billion in cash. Microsoft's got 137 billion in cash. Google's got 117 billion in cash. Facebook 60 billion. Amazon 49. What is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about $600 billion. Okay. And if they put, again, 10% of their cash into Bitcoin, that's $60 billion. That's very, very conservative. There's a lot of fucking high-tech companies sitting on a lot of money, looking at that value of that fiat currency eroding away day after day, week after week, year after year. Michael Saylor put out the playbook. He gave it away for free to all the corporations and said, here, this is what we've been doing. This is how you're SEC compliant. If you want to copy what we're doing and move your cash reserves into Bitcoin, follow this playbook. And he's giving it away for free. Now, we haven't seen the other guys pile in cash yet, but it's coming. You'd have to be an idiot. I mean, these CEOs of these companies got to where they've gotten and built the companies that they've built, not because they're fucking idiots, but because they're smart people. And there's nothing that says that it's dumb to convert US dollars to Bitcoin. Everything points to this is about the smartest thing that you can do right now. So I still have the belief that there's a ton of money that's about to pile in. And this is just from tech companies, okay? We're not even talking about all the other sources.
Like Jack Dorsey is a huge advocate for, and he bought the dip recently. I think when the most recent dip happened, I think about like $150 million worth of Bitcoin for Square. So no, like I said, it's inevitable, and that's what we're going to talk about. here.
Yeah. With Square being so bullish and Jack Dorsey being so bullish, like their buy compared to Michael Saylor's buy looks like chump change. It's like, come on, Jack, up the ante a little bit. But
yeah,
Michael
Saylor is buying, millions of dollars worth. Like we're talking billions of dollars worth here when we're getting into the top 5 tech companies.
He bought the recent dip as well.
He did, yeah.
Go back.
I did the other day too.
Good man. Nice.
It's a smart move. It's a smart move to go heavy. I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's this year is going to be very lucrative for all.
Yeah, and there's actually one indicator which is quite interesting. It's every time in a bull market, when Bitcoin is in a bull market, and you find an indicator which basically says people are selling Bitcoin at a loss. People don't want to sell Bitcoin at a loss, but when they do, that's often a hint that the pullback has been finished. They kind of washed out a lot of the speculative traders, and it's time to buy more. So there was a little bit of that being sold off when Bitcoin hit down to about 43,000, and that was the sign basically saying, "Hey, this dip is essentially over. Time to rebound here." And so if you know what to look for these things, and also the long-term vision, and all these different pieces of information, the more you know, right, the better you can do in this market. So that's why I just say educate, educate, educate. That's why I try to give as much quality information for free on my YouTube every day as much as possible, because it's really hard, right? When we were in 2017, we're just getting into this market. There's a lot of BS out there. There's a lot of misinformation out there. There's a ton of coins which will basically do nothing, right? They may go up for a short period of time, but essentially, like, pets.com, they'll go the way of the dodo bird, right? So you got to really be careful in this market. There's a lot of landmines. There's a lot of places that people can go wrong. So, you have to do your own research. You have to educate yourself. You have to do the work, essentially, as Rich usually says on his channel. So all these things, line up for crypto as well. And the more that people do this, right, the better chance they have of understanding what they're investing in and then staying in this longer term to make those bigger gains. So I'm adamant about that.
With the Canadian $2 super chat says, "You fellas bullish on ADA?" Cheers. Yeah, we are bullish. I think ADA is gonna go. I would not be surprised if ADA hits $5 by December. Like I said, December, you guys don't even understand. Like it's tax season right now. People are worried about other things, but the people with real money worry about tax season. People who don't have money get happy for tax season. So they're focusing on that right now. But quarter 4 is usually when the markets always take off, and you'll see something crazy this year. Lucas with the R $10 says, "Can you guys take a look at NIMIC?" NIM.
Yeah, I pulled that one up right here. If you want to show the screen.
There we go.
Yeah, so NIMIC right now is number 400 in ranking of market cap on coinmarketcap.com. Currently just under a penny in terms of its worth. And this is the main thing. This is all you really need to know when it comes to a crypto. If you zoom in here, I can't do that on this one. If I go to, let's say, well, I'll just look at all here. Basically, you can see compared to the dollar, this thing is going up very, very well. Compared to Bitcoin, though, the orange line here, it's basically going sideways. So essentially, there's no real advantage just in terms of making money. There's no real advantage to owning this coin over Bitcoin because it's basically keeping pace with Bitcoin. Obviously, the dollar is extremely weak compared to Bitcoin. So a lot of these cryptocurrencies will increase versus dollars. But if you're not outpacing Bitcoin or Ethereum in this market, right, what's the point of buying those types of cryptocurrencies? Yeah, they may have like an interesting, fundamentals behind them or an interesting prospect, right? But you really just looking at the chart here, this will tell you a lot. If you just look at compared to Bitcoin or compared to Ethereum, is it winning? If it's not, it may do so in the future, but that's a big if. And so yeah, in this case, I would say there's no real point in this investing in this over Bitcoin right now. So might as well stay with the for sure bet.
Good stuff.
But yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about was just a little bit about Rakuten, Amazon, and Walmart. But we can kind of just get into that once the conversation kind of shifts that way. But I'll let you guys take it from here.
I was going to show just another. Rich, you're going to love this. I bet you have not seen this, Rich. So in Tokyo, you know, they're very, very liberally progressive in every angle.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Take a look at what here. If you go to Tokyo style delivery.jp, payment by cryptocurrency, you can get a health therapist to, let me get our faces on here for the reaction. You can you can go and check for a therapist to come see you and help you out if
Is
you're
this
having.
like real therapy or is this like happy ending therapy?
Oh well, yeah.
Like I'm guessing this is happy ending, right?
This is prostitution.
Oh, okay. For straight up
This,
prostitution, yeah.
this is Yui. She's 24 and English level advanced, erotic massage level 5 stars. Reflexology is 4 stars. Massage 4 stars. Stretch, low
Of
job
course.
without condom, both okay. This is legally owned and run in Japan. This is 100% a legal
Is prostitution legal there?
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool.
It's gray area, but basically yes. And
Whatever. I mean, you know, run it. You know, sex is the longest standing business in the entire world, right?
yeah, and now they're saying finally cryptocurrency is ready for use. And what's funny is they're doing business with CoinCheck, which is like the Kraken of Japan, basically. So very interesting to see. Like I said, the Japanese people. Listen, we live in obviously Tokyo Crypto Show. We live in Japan. Japanese people are extremely risk averse. They have very very low risk tolerance, and the Japanese love Bitcoin. So when I saw that with their like, you know, they're such meticulous ways for doing everything, I knew that this was a surefire bet, and that's why we started the show in 2019.
Yeah, and this other bit here, I'll share on the normie side of things, because I mean, we were saying right for quite a while. Once you start seeing, you know, e-thoughts and different people like that starting to accept Bitcoin, you know that it's starting to get picked up, you know, in the mainstream. But this is another sign here that crypto's being picked up in the mainstream, which is Rakuten, the Japanese Amazon, essentially. Rakuten customers can now use Bitcoin for shopping. And for those who don't know, right, Rakuten is a massive company here in Japan. If you go to almost any shop, they accept this thing called Rakuten Pay. And so you have over, I believe the number within here is about, you have over 95 million people essentially using their e-commerce and retail payment system. And now you just basically look at this chart, right? In your Rakuten wallet, you can hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Bitcoin Cash. You can then convert that into Rcash, which is the way that you pay at the 7-Eleven, Lawson's, Seiyu, which is owned by Walmart, McDonald's, Mr. Donut, Family Mart, all of these different places, the gas station, Idemitsu. You can go and use, basically, you can convert your cryptocurrency into Rcash and do this almost anywhere in Japan. Now, they're going to also eventually allow you to potentially pay directly with crypto through that wallet. But right now, just in terms of what they're doing, they're accepting that crypto and then converting it to Rcash. So forgot the name of the CEO, but he's a really progressive CEO here in Japan. And, you know, my thinking behind this as well, you know, he's accepting crypto and then converting it into his you know, payment system, right? And so what's Rakuten's point of doing this? They know that crypto is where it's at, and so they want to start hoarding. They have Rakuten Bank, right? They want to start hoarding Bitcoin in that bank, and then they can convert it to their funny money and allow you to do all sorts of things with it. So they're just building up their bank reserves in Bitcoin, so which is quite interesting here in Japan. And this leads over into Amazon, right, in America, starting to warm up towards this direction as well. So Amazon's managed blockchain associated with AWS, not the e-commerce portion of Amazon, at last supports Ethereum, right? So there are over 8,000 nodes on Ethereum's network, and Amazon's new management feature should increase that number. You can actually go over to AWS and read about this. It was just posted on March 2nd, which is announcing general availability of Ethereum on Amazon managed blockchain. Essentially, if you just read this paragraph here, you can get the details, and I'll throw this in the chat so people can read exactly what we're looking at here if they so choose. I'll put that in your chat as well. But yeah, basically, they're allowing you to make it easier for people to run nodes on the Ethereum network through AWS. So that's only going to increase Ethereum's worth.
That's why Parler, remember that app that was stripped off the App Store? I think their hosting was on AWS.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, and they're just said they pull the plug, like, yep, sayonara, because everybody uses these people. I think they're very. Parler has still not gotten back up, right?
It's back up, but you can't set up a new account. I've tried to go in, but you can't use it.
Oh wow. I mean, there's, like I said, Amazon is a titan. I mean, like I said, Amazon's getting involved with crypto. The richest man in the world is like, if he says something related to money, you should fucking do it. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
So we just have a lot of things just pointing towards optimism and big opportunity this year.
Yeah,
hey guys, I got to run. I got to hop on a call in like 2 minutes. I just wanted to chime in and say, hey, what's up, and
appreciate
give you guys some stuff. I got some other stuff I want to talk about with Charlie on Friday, so come over to my chat. It's 9:30, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see you guys then. Have an awesome day.
Awesome.
Peace out, Rich. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, to clarify for you guys, it'll be 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rich's Entrepreneurs in Cars channel. So head over there, 9:30 a.m. Eastern on Friday the 5th. We'll be talking over there. Of course, just before that, on my channel on Cultivate Crypto, we'll be doing talking about the course, what that all entails, and how you can basically better yourself with cryptocurrency. We'll be talking about that just before Rich's show on my channel, Cultivate Crypto, at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, March 5th. So yeah, we're gonna also be jumping over to a lot of different channels here this weekend. So
my channel will be right after Rich's channel. So we're just gonna knock it off. He'll be
Keep going, baby.
He'll be on Interview with the Man with me after Rich's channel. So all we're really trying to say, guys, is like, we are Charlie and I, we sat down in a restaurant called Ikinari Steak. Okay. And we said, listen, we can do a really good YouTube show if we start right now in the bear market. So we have early clout when crypto's not cool. If somebody sends me a cryptocurrency challenge channel now, like, it's been around for 5 months, I'm like, get this crap out of here. I don't want to see it. I immediately just don't look at it as a valuable source, right? When we just knew, like, without a shadow of a doubt that this time was coming. I'm slamming Coke Zero over here. But yeah, I think this year is, I said it, year 2021, year of crypto fun, man. And
yeah, let me finish up with a rumor here, which is a rumor of my creating. I don't think I've heard anybody talk about this in the form that I'm about to talk about it here. But if you could share the screen, I'll just throw this up. Something which is interesting, kind of connecting different dots out there, right? There's a lot of people who have a hard time connecting these dots kind of in advance, but essentially, Walmart has been talking about this for a little bit now, which is just looking at the Financial Times, right? Goldman Sachs bankers join Walmart's effort to take on Wall Street, right? So essentially, the world's largest retailer is going to try to take a stab at banking, right? So that's going to be something that's very interesting upcoming as well. So basically, there's these two guys, Ishmael and Stark from Goldman Sachs, right, are making a fintech venture to back the essentially Walmart bank. And you can go through this article and read the details about it. But essentially, right, if I just read the first paragraph or so, the head of Goldman Sachs consumer finance division, Omar Ishmael, and one of its top executives, David Stark, are both leaving to join a fintech startup backed by Walmart and Ribbit Capital, right? And so here's something that's really, really interesting. If you look at Ribbit Capital, you go over to their website and you look at what are they investing in, right? They're investing in all sorts of different things. But one of the companies that obviously comes out here is Coinbase. Another company which sticks out here is Chainalysis. And I believe there's a few other crypto related platforms on here, but essentially those two are probably the biggest in their group of investments. Coinbase also IPOing right on the NASDAQ later this year. So Walmart, let's just kind of hypothesize a little bit here, right? You got Amazon with AWS starting to warm up towards Ethereum, right? And wanting to help out, Ethereum's network. Obviously, there's an advantage for them there. Will they eventually, kind of like what we got with Rakuten here, accept cryptocurrency, change it into an Amazon Cash, and allow people to use it at different places? That's one possibility, right? Another possibility here with Walmart, right, is they start their own banking effort. They kind of follow the Alibaba way of doing things as well as Amazon, but in like slightly different ways. Because right, Walmart does this in retail stores, which are like there's a stat out there which 97% of all Americans live within 10 miles of a Walmart. So physically, people will be very close to the banking setup of Walmart, and then them being related to this Rivet Capital, which does invest in crypto-related projects. Just kind of some loose dot connection there.
You can do anything at Walmart. I used to get my eyes checked at Walmart. It's $100.
Yeah, so I think you're going to see this kind of interesting pull between Amazon and Walmart, both of them getting into banking, getting into crypto at different angles.
Yeah. And it's huge that's happening right now. It's a nice way to make a lot of money. Nothing crazy, but your stores can make up to like $30,000 a month or more. Is the Walmart automation stores? Have you heard about those?
Not yet. No.
No, they're just like basically mini Amazons for Walmart. Like,
interesting.
You can run it. You can be a person. I think they cost like $30,000, $50,000 to start up. But once you do, and you monitor the store, you can make anywhere. Like even if you make pocket chains, like $6,000-$7,000 a month. If you have the investment, Walmart automation stuff. If what I've been like very lightly hearing about. I'm not an expert, but it has been seemed to be relatively lucrative. So, I mean, Walmart is an American titan, and like if you're not American, like you don't understand the power of Walmart. Like Walmart is a part of all of our childhood memories. I can guarantee you, because that's how prevalent they are all over the United States. Did you live near one?
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's a Sam's Club in my hometown. There's a few Walmarts. There's like one in each section of town, right? And my town was only about like 60,000 people when I was growing up, so they had multiple Walmarts. So just shows you right there that they're taking over. They've taken over Main Street in America.
They're even here in Japan, although they're not doing so hot in Japan.
Yeah, actually, I used to have them as a client here in Japan. They when we were recruiters here in Tokyo, helping companies to expand, either international companies to expand to Japan or Japanese companies to expand overseas. And they bought Seiyu, like I think it was like 15 years ago, which is a Japanese brand here that was failing. They bought it, and they've just been sinking money into that thing the entire time. They have not ever made a profit on that business, but they're so cash rich globally, they don't really care. They just want to, have some ability to be in this market. Whereas Amazon in Japan is killing it. Amazon Japan, very, very doing very, very well, making a lot of money here in Japan.
But they are a nightmare to work for. I think it's the same in America. They just want to slave ship all around the planet.
Oh yeah,
because they have like a really high turnover in Japan, and Japanese people like usually pick one job and work it forever. So like that's a real big kind of red flag. But Japanese people are very status oriented, and you can be like, yeah, I work at Amazon. They will get on that slave ship and grind away for that.
Yeah, 100%.
That beautiful meishi, that Japanese word for credit, business card. Huge business card culture here. What else you got? What else we got here?
Well, that's mainly it. The other thing we can talk about a little bit is just the course. I mean, we've kind of mentioned it here and there within the live stream. I'll throw the what do you call it? The short list here for the course into both of our chats here, just to let people know. If you want to get signed up for the Crypto Mindset course, just go to cryptomindsetcourse.com. Put your best email in there. We already have over 1,000 people that have shown interest in the last 3 weeks, right?
Dude, you're at like 2,000 on the list though, right?
Yeah. And then, yeah, plus a few that I have imported over from another source. So probably closer to 2,500, maybe up to 3,000.
Huge.
And yeah, so it's going to be quite the good time, right? We're going to have a lot of, we're going to be helping a lot of people, but right now, right, in terms of Zoom, right, they basically we have two limitations, at least so far. One of which is Zoom only allows up to 1,000 people within the webinars for the professional setting. Also, we're only selling this course from March 5th to March 9th. After March 9th, sorry, can't get in.
No
So, yeah.
No mercy. We got to get this because the bull market is moving so fast. We don't have time to, like, we don't have time to hold your hands and let you in a couple of days later. Like, you got to pay attention. March 5th, it's this Friday, March 5th.
Like you said, right? There's some people who've become millionaires from this course, right? When they bought it, when it was like $497, right? Now it's $697. Oh my God, it's such an increase in price. Not really, right? And then there's some people, we've had people of all kinds, but I would say even people who, right, only have a few $1,000s to invest. I was having a consultation with a few different people today, but Roberto just said, Charlie, just open the cart now. It's like, sorry, I can't do it, bro. Can't do it. But that's pretty funny. What was I going to say? Yeah, even people with humble savings, right, have 3 to 4x their money within the last few months just by taking the information in this course seriously. We also have Greg B right there was in the chat just a little bit earlier. Right, he's been an absolute MVP. Him and Jacob, as well as several other people within the course. Ed from Las Vegas as well. A lot of good guys helping out in the course. Ryan from Hypnosis for Men, helping a lot of people out there during our course. So
Rich Cooper is a member in those webinars. He just,
yep.
he's because look, Rich is not a stupid guy, and Rich certainly doesn't waste his time. And Rich is listening in as a participant on the crypto mindset course. Obviously, I'm in there as well, but like, I'm all my biggest selling point is this, right? I get really, really angry behind the scenes. Shocker. When when me and Charlie talk about like these scam channels, I get I'm like, this fucking idiot doesn't know shit. There's so many morons believing him. I saw some crypto thought on Twitter the other day, put like hashtag XRP. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. These people are lost. But that's why we put the course together. So instead of going out there and looking for because now crypto information is everywhere, but quality crypto information is hard to find. But that's what you have in the crypto mindset course. We have our track record. Go look what we said in December. DOT is going to be skyrocketing this year, and already at that time, $4. A lot of people put up, a couple of people $100,000 in. Now, what is it? $38 this morning, right? Yeah. I mean, run the math. We have the track history, and we have dedicated sources. We have dollar cost crypto. Miguel is a genius. This guy literally lives and breathes Telegram crypto groups, and he is just so dialed in. We have Charlie, obviously. We have Voice of My Ambition, who also is a superstar when it comes to Kusama and DOT, the correlations, the ratio. I mean, he has made some serious money banking on Kusama, because remember, this last dip, if you guys don't remember, this last dip was pretty violent for a lot of things, but Kusama took off, and it's still there even right now. So these are the type of people we're having in the group. And if you go to Voice My Ambition on Twitter, check he puts out his daily charts. This is all included in the crypto mindset course. Only available 5 days though. After that, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna make fun of you if you didn't get in. I am going to make fun of you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make fun of it in a bad way too. I'm gonna just be like,
we told you, but now you're not in.
Ridiculous amounts of money are here to be made. So I'm excited. You're gonna see me. Believe you me.
Time.
Let's sell my dog to get some more dry powder.
Oh no, happy never, no. But yeah, no. There's just so much opportunity in this market. Sometimes you gotta be non-emotional about it and just keep going. Yeah, 100% C, Jules. I agree. And you know that when we first started the course, right, there were some people being like, you know, doubting that I was adding him as, you know, my partner with the course or whatever. And I was just like, the normies, they don't know, right? Like how the knowledge that we both of us put out is amazing. So
That's so happy ASAP.
I love it. I love it.
I swear to God, here's another plan I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna get another Maltese because I Happy is not fixed. I'm gonna get another Maltese, and I'm gonna breed them with the Japanese base breeder. Do it all legit, and then I'm gonna sell the puppies, and then I'm gonna take the money I get from the puppies and buy crypto with it. That is ingenuity because I want to know. But I mean, that's the beauty of crypto. That, or you can go buy some uni socks and sell them for $85,000. There's just when you look at this world of crypto, the good thing about things kind of going clown world lately is that crypto, it's really not like the people, the real, like the old money and stuff, they still are not even paying attention to it. And we're making bank over here.
Simplest way to put that, right? And this is, I think, one way to kind of look at that old world, clown world going into, right, this stuff happening with crypto.
Puppy to crypto pipe.
Hey man, if it works, it works, right?
It works, baby. Hey.
But the easiest way to look at that transition is we're going from an industrial age and we're going into a digital age. Yep. If you think the internet is going to stay here for the rest of this century and going to expand and things are going to become more and more digital, right? People are going to be doing more commerce internationally, digitally. If you believe that is a trend that will continue, or if you believe that we're going back more towards like an industrial based society, yeah, if you believe that we're doing that, right, then yeah, maybe crypto is probably not the best idea to learn about. But if you do believe and understand that we are going more and more towards that digital economy, more and more towards a digital age throughout this century, then yeah, you may want to, you know, educate yourself on that. You know, and it is foreign to a lot of people. The web, you know, in 1993 was foreign to a lot of people. But, you know, if you started learning about it, right, you had some pretty substantial benefits from, you know, we've seen that throughout our entire lifetimes.
You guys in the audience are pretty educated, but like sometimes we get questions from people who are relatively new, and they say, you know, hey, if I, like, for example, I bought a one Ethereum at $50, but then the price went up to 250. Like they want to know, like, does my Ethereum stay $50 or does it go to 250? And these are like sincere questions from good people, but like they have no idea. Like I almost laughed when the guy told me. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Are you serious? He's like, no, and I was like, geez, I'm sorry, but you know, I mean, that, like, you guys, the fact that you right there are sitting there, you're drinking your protein shake, watching us, you just got done with the gym, you're driving to work, you're having your morning coffee, you're probably a man because crypto is for smart people and it's 99% male in here. And you're not like the regular the people out there. This is a very small niche. You may think it's a big niche, and you compare yourself to me and Charlie and think like, oh, these guys are crypto balling in Tokyo, and I'm like, I'm just a dude in, you know, Minnesota or you know, South Carolina or something. You probably know that, like, when you go and talk to your friends about crypto, they all probably look at you like you're crazy. But you keep on seeing the news, Janet Yellen, infinite money printing, you study history, and you're like, no, this is not going the right way. And like the crypto is the hedge for, because there is a crash coming. All right, let's just keep that clean. Either that, or we're gonna get Corona Chan number 55, and everybody's gonna get locked down. They gotta print more money out, whatever. Because that's what I stand by. That I think the Corona thing was just to print more money. Yep. But I mean, they have
it's a diversion tactic.
Yes, they have to keep throwing money at this fiat currency system because it's inevitable. You have to either keep on throwing money at it or let it fail, and you got to hedge yourself against like inflation and the impending kind of mini collapse that's going to come.
Yeah, and Solomon D mentioned their crazy drunk uncle at Thanksgiving talking about crypto. I love it. Actually, like you know, my nephew, right, just put in, you know, a few $1,000s earlier this year. He's above $50,000, or sorry, last year. He's above $50,000 already. And yeah, for a while, I felt like that crazy uncle, right? Just saying crypto, 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 educate yourself, right? All this stuff for the longest time. He listened. He's making bank now. He bought Celsius when it was at $1. Now it's at what, six? Well, it went up to 650. It's at about $4 or $5 right now. So, you know, if for young guys, right, who are still in their early 20s, right, they can make, you know, gains with this and do better than their peers. And then guys who are older as well, right, can also, you know, use this with a smaller portion of their, you know, overall holdings to increase kind of fast pace some of their investments and keep up with the times as well. So, yeah, I think there's a little bit of something here for everybody, and just everybody's going to come at it from a different angle, but it's something that everybody should basically listen to. So yeah, I'm going. Sorry. Yeah, shout out to my brother. I'm going to have a new nephew here in about June, so that'll be pretty cool. So yeah, it's going to be good times ahead. But yeah, I got a lot of other.
Is that who he is?
Sorry,
is Jason Bourne your nephew?
No. It's just a random guy in the chat.
It's hard to have long conversations with normies. I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like we're just saying, guys, just take a deep breath. I know we kind of just went through that psychotic little mini. I was cool. Charlie was cool, but you know, we know the dip kind of scared some people, but we're just telling you, like, you have to be mentally strong for what's going to be happening, especially in quarter 3 and 4. People are going to be having mania. It's going to be insane.
Yeah, it's going to be good times.
The moment is coming. So make sure it's not late right now. Get informed, because the crypto markets can be chaotic if you don't know what you're talking about. Okay. But if you do know what you're talking about and you have been properly educated, it is almost unfair how much money you can make. You know, obviously not financial advice, blah, 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 blah. But like, if you have just a little bit of capital, and or if you're a guy, you know, you're a doctor or something, and you're out there, because we have like multimillionaires that watch us now, literally. So like, you know, if you're a doctor, or, you know, how you're a lawyer and you're paying attention to all these things that we've got going on here, you have a couple $100,000 you want to invest. You know, there are people investing these large amounts of money in cryptocurrency as well. However, it is extremely foolish to go into this market and trade with whatever money you have if you are not properly educated. And that's what Charlie provides in the crypto mindset course. It's an intensive course. It is, what is it, 20 lessons?
Yes. 20
lessons in 10 days. They are all recorded, and you get the Telegram chat, that's always spicy.
Yeah. And we're going to be actually shifting that to Discord, so it's going to be a little bit more organized this quarter. Having like a help room where people who need help can go over there, ask their basic questions, right? Get their things set up. And then we have a more advanced area, and we'll just have different forms of conversation going on. So we're improving this thing every single quarter as well. So the crypto market, right? 1 quarter in the crypto market, 3 months in crypto is, you know, over a year in any other market. So yeah, there's a lot to keep up with. So a lot of people are coming back to the course as well from previous quarters and paying to do so, because they've made a good chunk of change from it. But then on top of that as well, you know, there's new information to be had every single week, every single quarter here in crypto.
Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, it is a joyous year. Also, I will say, because, you know, I'm not going to try to get too, don't jump down my throat when I'm going to make a political statement here. But, you know, I know that everybody's like upset about the election, and even Don just broke his silence. He's like, he was at CPAC. He's like, yeah, this shit was a scam. But I think what they're going to do, we got the Rona under control now. I think they're going to have the Biden bounce. They're letting the economy bottom out right now. And I think because people are ready to work too. I think they're going to open things up, and everything's going to shoot up. They're going to use all the policies Trump had set in place, and their own new policies, and the fake. You know, Janet Yellen used to be part of the Fed. Now she's the U.S. Treasury. You think she's just going to be like, oh, let's play fair ball now? No, she's like, we're going to pump this economy. We're going to make you look like you're the man. And then a lot of things are going to pump up, and crypto is going to be one of those, in my opinion.
Yep, 100%. And that's going to make a crazy Q3 and Q4. Basically a blast at the end of the year. It's going to be quite interesting.
Yep, Texas. And somebody told me, you know what? I heard today, Texas is open again, Charlie.
Okay.
No mask, no bullshit. Just you can go. You're open. You're good to go.
Nice. Nice.
That is like a bold move, but we need it. I think that is a bold move, and I think the real global symbol to the world that this Corona bullshit is over, because I want to go back to my life being normal. It's going to be the Olympics. I think if the Olympics happen this week, this summer, I mean, jobs coming back, hungry people ready for quarter 3, ready for quarter 4. Christmas, everybody's going to want to have an amazing Christmas because they had all amazing Thanksgiving, because all that was ripped away from them last year. You haven't been home to see your family in how many years now?
Since the end of 2019.
You know, so I know people are going to be wanting to go back. People are going to want to fly again. There's a lot of people with money, and they just want to get going. So once this thing does open up, it's not like we're going to go into Nazi boot camps, guys. It's not like that. They just had to pump a bunch of fake money in the system to keep it propped up, and we're going to have a bounce back, and things are going to be crazy. But this is going to be a year that, for those guys seriously paying attention, you're not going to make money. You're going to make wealth. Like, you're going to make $5 million plus. So, you know, that's all I got to say. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, no, I love it, and that's a good note, I think, for us to end on. We've given a lot of good information here, as we usually do on the Tokyo Crypto Show, right? The show that started it all, and the show that's going to continue to help to financially red pill all the normies out there. So get in or be left behind and have fun staying poor.
See you later.